How long you been waiting, Mike?
What, maybe like 10 minutes, but I'm over here doing 10 million things at once, so I'm good. It's always okay to wait for a pretty lady and a cool dude.
Vanessa.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I know Blue from way back. He came to my radio station. I used to do that. I done grew up a little bit, and he done gone to Hollywood.
Hey, well, I'm still here, boss. I just, go where the checks tell me to go.
Listen, I'm for anybody that's chasing the check and doing what they need to be doing. You working, and I'm here for you. And this beautiful woman right here, I've grown up watching her on TV. I was always a fan of the reality shows. I cried with her family. I laughed with her family. So I love y'all. The Simmons are like my honorary family right there.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. But let me tell y'all, monogamy.
Oh, monogamy.
I just got put on monogamy like last week, so I've been binge watching. I'm just like every episode I'm sitting there like what's next? Like who did this? Like did she really say that? Is this gonna happen? Like whose baby is this? It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's like when you two have played so many different characters. I watched, Vanessa, you play under the soap operas, and Blue, I see you in everything pretty much. What kind of game did you have to bring to play these two particular characters? Because their personalities are like bananas.
Absolutely. Yeah. Caroline is like no other character I have ever played before, from her career down to her attitude, that was really my first challenging role, I feel like, as an actress, because I'm not a fighter by any means in my everyday life. But for Caroline, not only is she a fighter professionally, but I feel like that bleeds over into her personal life. So she's definitely a lot of fun to play, and she definitely gives me a little challenge. So, but it's amazing. It's been such a fun experience.
Oh yeah. Same with Sawyer, man. When I got the script, we were, with Craig, and we was, developing the character. He was giving me different stuff, different insights to put into him. So I tried to put a little bit of myself into him, you know what I mean, on top of other characters that I played, but I wanted to put a little bit of myself into Sawyer, if I was a boxer, like how I would have been, and it's fun. The dynamic that came from myself and Vanessa with the chemistry and our relationship on and off camera, like I said, it's real. It feels real.
Now she started laughing. Why did you laugh, Vanessa? When he said chemistry.
I laugh at anything Blue says. Like, we just have this type of relationship, just in general, all the cast members on Monogamy, we have this like family dynamic. Like, so anytime I'm doing an interview with him, I feel like I'm doing it with my brother, like genuinely.
That's amazing. One thing I really like about this cast is like most of us who watch this show have grown up watching this cast on TV, like these people on TV. Darius McCreary, Brian White, Jill Marie Scott. I'm just like, who else is out here? Like, what's next? Like, these are people that you like, oh, it's her. Oh, it's him. And like, you can't help but watch it because like, you feel like you're watching a member of the family, but then you see the character they play, you're like, wait a minute. I don't recall Eddie Winslow acting like this. I don't recall Tony Childs acting like this. What is it like working around so many like famous actors and actors? Like the whole cast is late. What's it like working around with the cast?
Look, literally the same thing you said. That's why Monogamy is definitely one of my favorite productions that I've done, that I work on, because it's the same thing like you said. I'm not a child actor. I didn't used to do this. Everybody on our cast has been on TV since, since I was little. So now them to look at me and respect me as an actor, and now that I'm, their peer, their colleague, it's crazy. And it's just because I never would have thought that this would have been the path that God had for me. So there you go. God is real. The dream is real. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's definitely very inspiring being around so many different artists that are so talented. For myself, I've always wanted to be an actress. You guys may have seen me discuss it on Run's House before. Like, that was my dream. So to be working with people that I've seen grow up while I'm growing up is just like surreal. To be able to, call Jill Marie Jones and be like, hey, can I run this scene by you? To be able to work with her and, have that relationship. It's like it's like a dream, you know? So again, like I can agree with Blue and say that this is definitely one of my more favorite productions that I work on, and the relationships have everything to do with that.
The thing I really like about Monogamy is how it tells a story involving Black people that we don't usually talk about involving Black people. And that's open marriages and trying different forms of therapy to deal with certain issues. So I like how it expands what Black people will do to try to fix something. Where do you think, I can say, in modern eras, like right now while we're dating and trying to be in relationships, where do you think the pitfalls are of relationships right now?
Bad communication, no communications, settling, not being honest with what you actually want in a partner. All of those types of things are falling to the side. But I think it's important to note that in monogamy, we don't have open marriages. We embarked on a type of therapy that was supposed to be healing. So people weren't supposed to run off and be with any of the other people that were in the experiment. This is just, you know, what happened as the experiment went on. But it's not an open relationship. We were all going for healing and to actually heal our own personal relationships.
Right, because it's called therapy. I think, like, for me, when I was watching it, and I was like, I feel like even though this is an experiment for healing, it's like it's almost set up for them to, like, okay, swap partners, and perhaps maybe you'll be okay with it, and, you know, maybe we'll see how this works, and somehow we'll come back to each other. We can work out some kind of arrangement. It almost seems like it was set up to be an open situation. You disagree?
Well, in the beginning, we could make out the rules. The characters made the rules with each other of whether they'd sleep with the other people or not. You know, it's just what happened when we got into the situations that really set the tone for the drama, really. But yeah, I didn't look at it as open marriage. I looked at it as like an experiment. Like, you know?
And that was the point of it, to partner you up with somebody that was going to be, you know, the opposite and negative you, and total difference of your spouse. You understand what I'm saying? So you could just, if the grass was greener on the other side, or you get with somebody like, oh, you really tripping. Maybe I did love my wife and I need to go back and appreciate her. But it, you know what I mean? That was the whole point, to see the different dynamic of where you should be in your situations. It just so happened that everybody that switched, it was their pretty much, you know, type of soul in the moment. So that just made it difficult and better for drama TV.
It did. It was quite a switch, because it made me be like, oh, that's what we doing now. You know, have a pat your head and scratch your head like, wait a minute, what's going on? Well, let me ask you a personal question. Have either of you ever been in therapy for a relationship or because of a relationship?
Not therapy like a swap therapy at all. I think that in the Black community, amongst African Americans, it should be talked about. Therapy should be something that is explored a little bit more, you know, get those feelings out. It's a natural, healthy thing to do, to be a whole human being, you know. So I think that things like that should be discussed more. I have done therapy. I won't say necessarily relationship therapy, but sometimes it'll touch on your relationships when you go in and talk.
Right. Vanessa, I'm single, so I don't go get couples therapy right now. But like she's speaking of, the thing with therapy amongst us, amongst African Americans, and definitely even more amongst men, Black men.
Absolutely.
Therapy is shunned upon. If you go get therapy, it's a sign of weakness, or a sign of, or you're crazy. No, this is something that we need to, like she said, embark on and put more interest in. Therapy doesn't mean something's wrong with you. You need that. We need communication. We need to be able to get our emotions out to someone, because people hold them on the inside, and that's what's wrong with you and why you're so toxic in here. Because you need therapy to get that out so you can be better and grow as a person. So we need to normalize therapy, because trust me, a lot of people need it.
I definitely think, at this point, after 2020, us dealing with such a crazy election, the pandemic that we're still dealing with every day, we're all at a point where we're kind of like, what's next? Like, really, what is next? How are we making it on to the very next day? But we do have shows like this that let us be like, you know what, let me escape, let me deal with their drama for just a little while. I really love how AllBlk channel has come up and how it continues to come up. What do you think is the driving force and the reason this network is becoming so successful?
Content.
Content.
And like I said, AllBlk, big shout out to our, you know, our network, AllBlk. and being that all Black, but still being able to put out shows, showing our stories, showing our faces, you know, and telling the Black narrative in the way that we want to tell it in a positive way, instead of seeing this same type of show from, you know, others. This one is coming from our perspective. You get to see Black people in the relationship that you never seen before. Successful Black people, you know what I mean? In all different walks of life, showing you different things that we need to be depicted on
I
TV.
agree with that because I love, like she said, with her character Caroline, I love seeing a Black female fighter. You don't really see that. Like I've never seen a Black female fighter, and I was kind of like, oh, well, she's gonna be badass. Like you said, it shows in her life, and it shows in her life where she's kind of like, I'm just not gonna let you say anything you want to say to me. I'm not dealing with this right now. I'm gonna go. But we need to see that. We need to see that girls can slay their own dragons. They can fight their own demons. They don't need a prince to come and say that's very important to see.
Well,
They don't.
I'm the prince.
You are.
Damn.
You could be the prince that saved her, but you know, Caroline definitely is a chick who can save herself. So
yeah,
she just
can
is.
get herself in the situation that she needs to. What would your dream role be, respectively, for each of you? Like, you can wake up today and say, "This is the role I get to play, and I'm gonna play it, and this is great."
It's like I said, monogamy is dope. Like I said, we already went on the dynamics of that. This character, the cast, the love that we have, the family. But when you speak of dream roles, it's all different, you know, speaking from everybody. But me, like being a man, everybody wants to be a Marvel damn superhero. Every man wants to be Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? You think I don't want to? You think I don't want to go put on a costume and be Batman? But it's not that. That's not a veil. Batman is not Black. So those.
Actually, Batman is Black right now. Batman future state, he is Black.
In the levels, but you get what I'm saying. So those type of roles ain't always available because people say, "Damn, Blue, why you ain't in no Marvel movie yet?" You, it's not really my call at the moment. So it's progressions of levels that you get to those. But anytime like Vanessa said earlier, anytime I get to do anything, being athletic, being stunts or action, shooting guns, Will Smith type things. You know, those are always fun because I'm always light-skinned boyfriend, you know, lover man or whatever. You get what I'm saying? I'm always that. It's easy to be that, you know, to be the boyfriend or a husband. But, you know, when you get in roles and you got guns and you're shooting people and you're doing...
I could see that for you.
Those are always fun.
I definitely see that too. What about you, Vanessa?
For myself, I would love to tell a piece of Black history. I would love to do a biopic of a story that we've never seen before. I feel like there's so many stories that aren't told of, you know, our ancestors, of people that came before us that fought for different things. You know, we see the ones that are out there, but there are more. There are more people. I would love to tell a story, whether it be a famous actress, you know, from the time when we weren't even really accepted, or a singer. Just, I would love to tell a piece of Black history in a beautiful way.
I can say that for you. Well, let me put a little bug in your ear. Look up Queen Candace of Ethiopia.
Okay.
Look up Queen Candace of Ethiopia. She actually successfully repelled the Italian army, and Ethiopia remained the only African country to never be colonized in history because of her.
Queen I'm gonna look that up.
She was a warrior queen. She went to war beside her husband.
I love that.
Yeah,
so look that up.
But that's all the time I got for today. Thank you so much, you two beautiful people, for spending some time with me and talking with me about AllBlk's Monogamy. I am hooked. I will continue to watch. Y'all need to go ahead and binge watch all of Monogamy here at Control Magazine, and of course, the Atlanta Voice. We thank y'all so much for your time, and
of course,
we'll keep at it. Y'all keep at it. Y'all are dope people. Everything y'all do is magic.
Thank you so much.
Girl Magic and Black Boy Joy. We live for it. Have a great one.
You too.
Hit me up,
bye.
Yes, sir.